how useless is Yoshi in every Mario game?
Yoshi, everyone's favorite cute little abused
Yeah,
dinosaur.
I love Yoshi.
Sometimes he's a more than vital companion to the Mario Brothers, and other times he's too scared to
Oh, this is the Mario Bros. Super Show. He goes like, Mama Luigi. He was like that, right? He says balls. Remember that? Remember that, like the YouTube poop stuff?
of anything. Today, we're gonna look at Yoshi's character in every mainline Mario game and rank him from worthless to elite. His debut is in Yoshi, but his Mario debut is in Super Mario World, where he makes a pretty good first impression. Mario and Yoshi are both trying to rescue their friends, and from the moment they meet, Yoshi is a trustworthy sidekick that'll put his life on the line to save his pal.
True.
And unlike some later games in the series, you can take him with you to any level you want, even if there's no Yoshi eggs in him. The only exceptions are the ghost houses and castles, because he's too scared to go in with Mario, but any other levels
What a
are
pussy.
okay. That does come at a cost, though. You don't get to use his iconic flutter jump. If he had it, it'd probably restrict what levels you can take him in, so I'm fine with it. And he can still eat enemies and spit them out as fireballs, so he has some unique traits and is basically an OP power-up. So he gets solid companion tier.
He is a solid companion there. Yoshi's Island. Oh, he's the main character, so
In
he is
Super
super
Mario
useful.
World 2 Yoshi's Island, Yoshi is the main hero.
I've never completed this whole entire game, but this game looks really fun. It looks so fun to like play the whole thing, you know?
When a baby Mario falls onto his back, he makes it his life mission to protect that baby at all costs and bring him back to his mom and dad. Here, Mario's a bigger liability than Peach has ever been, and that cry is burned into my brain as one of the most annoying sounds in gaming. But even still, Yoshi insists on protecting him against Kamek's forces. This game introduces his flutter jump and the ability to stockpile eggs and launch them at faraway enemies and question marks, which make playing as him feel really distinct from a traditional Mario. It's a no-brainer.
At least,
And
yeah,
no,
there he
I'm
is.
not going to include the rest of the Yoshi's Island games, because one, they dropped the Super Mario prefix, and two, because they'd all be elite, man. Who do you think you're kidding?
That is true. Mario 64. Oh, yep. Yoshi is completely useless in this. All you gotta do is complete the whole entire game, right? And then all of a sudden, Yoshi's on top of the building, and he just gives you like one up. So he is kind of useful, and he just leaves.
This game barely even
That's all he
features
does.
Yoshi. He's not playable, writable, or anything like that.
Look
He
at the
sits on
64
top
model.
of Peach's castle
He's
and gives
huge.
you 100 extra lives after you beat the game. I'd normally call that pretty freaking useful. I mean, it basically eliminates game overs,
But then you just completed the whole game, and he just gives you lives. Yeah. So how useful is that?
But since he only does that after you collect all 120 stars and fully beat the game, there's really no use for him at that point.
There's no use for him.
Knowing he was around this
It just
whole
leaves.
time
Look at him.
not helping Mario makes this a pretty easy
He just jumps. He just jumps like
worthless tier.
worthless. Well, somewhat. Well, I
Mario
guess so.
Sunshine is the first.
Oh, Mario Sunshine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yoshi's. Yeah, he's cool. I mean, yeah. He can eat enemies, and that's pretty much it. And like spit out juice.
3D Mario game to incorporate Yoshi, and he's pretty useful. After beating Pinna Park Episode 4 and saving the Yoshi egg from Shadow Mario back in the plaza, he becomes fully playable in about half the game's areas, and he's vital to beating certain missions. Instead of spraying water like Mario, he sprays fruit juices that turn enemies into different types of blocks, and it's a weird gimmick, but it helps Mario a good bit, so I'm not complaining. The only downsides are that touching water immediately makes him evaporate,
lame.
and that
is so dumb. I don't understand why just touching water makes Yoshi evaporate. Why? I feel like okay, Sunshine is really fun, but there are some things that are just questionable decisions, right? Like I feel like Flood is cool, but he just kind of ruins the whole platforming type stuff. You know, like Mario 64 was so fun just to move around and and doing platform shit. And like Flood just kind of interrupts that and makes it a little bit slower.
He's only usable in a few select episodes. We'll give him limited but useful, because when he's there, he's clutch, but he's not there much. This game corrects all the wrongdoings of the original Mario 64, adding Luigi, not making you play with that god-awful controller, even though this one's somehow worse.
Yeah, look at this. Yeah, it's trash.
But most importantly, by letting you play as Yoshi. Not only that, you can play as him independent from Mario, and he's the first playable character you have access to. So unlocking the plumber himself is reliant on Yoshi, making this unquestionably another elite tier. In New Super Mario Bros. DS, he's not playable at all through the main game. But he does make a playable appearance in a handful of minigames, so he serves some role, but it barely does anything. And yes, I am putting this higher than 64. Thank you for noticing.
Wait, what happened? Billy does anything? Oh, yeah, he doesn't do anything.
And yes, I am putting this higher than 64. Thank you.
Why? Nah. This needs a redo now.
Noticing. He's not in Super Mario Galaxy, so on to Mario Bros. Wii, where he's brought back to his classic form. He's basically
in Mario Galaxy too,
like he was in Mario World, but he now has his trademark flutter, and because of that, they had to limit his playability to certain levels only, and make Mario leave him at the flagpole at the end.
That is so messed up.
When he's there, he's useful, not
that just means he's useful.
Necessary, but it's really not in that many levels, so he'll go limited but useful.
Mario Galaxy 2. Oh, dude, Yoshi is so fun to play in Galaxy 2, especially like the very last level where it's like super hard and you have to like and like do these flips and like just keep doing it. Dude, it's so fun.
Galaxy 2 makes Yoshi one of the big selling points of the game and incorporates him way more than the previous New Super Mario Bros. Games. Now, you can't take him from one level to the next, unfortunately, but like Sunshine, he's necessary to beat certain levels. And this time around, he has a handful of different upgrades that are really fun to use. One inflates him and carries you through the sky. The
I want to play Mario Galaxy
makes him run at breakneck speeds and up very sloped surfaces, and another lights up paths for you to take. Because of all of that, he earns a slightly higher rating than Sunshine, so we'll put him in solid companion tier.
Yeah.
Also, he's used in way more levels, so I think that's a good spot.
That's the one I'm talking about.
He gone in New Super Mario Bros. 2 and Mario 3D Land. So on to New Super Mario Bros. U, where he plays the exact.
It's so stupid how Nintendo is just milking the New Super Mario Bros. Series. I hate it so much. It's just so annoying. This art style just makes me annoyed. It does.
Same role as he did in Mario Wii. He's there in a couple levels and stays at the flagpole. But the baby Yoshis can be taken into any level that's not a castle, and they're pretty freaking useful. Now, those do make an appearance in Mario World as well, but they wouldn't really raise his ranking at all there. Here, he needs the boost, and the different types offer a ton of variety. The blue ones blow a bunch of bubbles that can kill enemies and serve as temporary platforms.
That's pretty cool.
The pink ones can inflate into a balloon and give you more airtime, and the gold ones light up. That combined with regular Yoshi having a decent ranking brings this one up to solid companion. And same story for New Super Luigi U. Yoshi,
Mario Run.
He's not in Mario 3D World at all, which sucks.
Is that a mod?
Mario Run, he's unlocked pretty early in the game.
Oh yeah, Yoshi's in Mario Run.
Requiring 30 yellow and red toads to unlock. And where most characters in the game only have one ability, he has 3. His flutter jump, the color affecting which toads you find, and being able to walk on spiked surfaces and enemies. He's got the highest skill ceiling of any character in the game. That makes him elite in my book.
What the heck?
In Mario Odyssey, Yoshi doesn't really do much of anything. He's in a couple levels, and his abilities are needed to clear certain obstacles, but he does.
Mario Odyssey is really fun, but I feel like sometimes if it feels like I'm playing 3D World, and I don't like that. That's one thing I don't like. Especially another thing I don't like is also the fact that the moons are. I feel like it's too much. Like they don't feel as special as getting a star in Mario 64. You know?
Doesn't actively help Mario. Instead, Mario possesses him, and Yoshi's just lending his body. Pause. So barely does anything.
I wonder, dude, the music is so good.
Bowser's Fury, so on to the most recent Mario platformer, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Where
okay, low key, Mario Wonder is super fun, right? I just think it was too easy.
He's basically an easy mode. Not only is he fully playable alongside the rest of the crew, but he can also carry people around like in the old games. He can flutter jump, eat enemies, and doesn't die. He's literally invincible.
Now, I thought Smooth McGroove was in this game.
He's freaking immortal, making this a very easy elite. And since there's not as many mainline games featuring Yoshi, here's a couple current gen spin-offs too.
Mario Golf,
in the latest
Super
Mario
Rush.
Golf, he's a pretty high tier character.
Is
With the
he?
game's focus on running after your ball, Yoshi
no
boasts
way.
the best speed stat in the game.
No
and
way.
With a pretty good special
He's
shot,
high
it
tier
makes
in
him
that?
one of the most appealing character selections.
He's high tier?
In Smash Ultimate, Yoshi is one of the most annoying characters to face online.
Is he actually? Like, is Yoshi actually a good character in Ultimate?
Getting turned into an
I guess Ultimate is pretty balanced though.
egg is so infuriating, and people only play this character when they know how to absolutely clown on you. Apparently though, he's only considered a somewhat mid-tier character.
Oh, he's
so
a
we'll put him in the
mid-tier?
middle.
Mario
Mario
Tennis
Tennis
Aces.
makes him another mid-tier. Nothing special about him, but he's not a terrible choice. Also, it's tennis, there's not really that many big stat differences.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I wonder what the tier list is at.
In the most recent update of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Yoshi Teddy Buggy is the most OP combo in the game.
Is it?
That's why you see it online so much.
No,
so this
what?
one's cake.
Wait,
But
really?
the
That's the OP combination? No way, I did not know about that.
most OP combo in the game. That's why you see it online so
I did not know that.
much. So this one's cake. Oh wait.
I did not know that. Boo, this game sucks. This is the worst Mario Strikers game I've ever played. It's trash. It is so trash. But the only reason why I bought this game was to basically signal Nintendo that we want more Mario Strikers. We want more, but better. We want Strikers Charge. We want the normal Strikers. Dude, I love Mario Strikers so much.
And the last bonus game we
The original
have
one's
is
the best
Mario
ones.
Strikers Battle League, which is the only Mario sports game where he's considered a lower tier. He's not a
Really?
good scorer and is really high
See,
in
look at these like stadiums. It's not. There's like nothing different. Like in the first two games, the stadiums are different. Like they're all different, right? Like the backgrounds, the goals, the goal sizes, the vibes. Like you know what I mean?
technique, so he's situational at best, and deserves a barely does anything. And there you have it. Real quick, if you take your Nintendo Switch on the go a lot and wish it was easier to lug around,
I actually don't have a Switch. I used to, but I moved out and I don't have a Switch. I only have my PC and I can play Melee there. So yeah.
you gotta ditch that clunky old dock. It's bulky, flimsy, and really doesn't have a good reason to be. And Accelerate Gaming's portable dock is the solution you've been waiting for. It cuts the unnecessary
Really?
plastic of Nintendo's and gives you a sleek, durable,
Wow.
and very portable alternative. And it's
wonder if
only
it's-
$20.
I wonder if it's gonna work on the Switch too.
So if you want to enhance your Switch setup and support this channel, go grab one now and use code JeremyK to get an additional 10% off your order. There's a very limited amount of uses on that, so redeem it while you can. And if you disagree with me on any of the rankings in this video, leave your takes down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video and want to watch more
The
Yoshi
worst Mario cartoon ever made. I actually like that cartoon. I actually did. The Mario Bros. Super Show was actually a good show. I liked it a lot. The Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Remember that?